I'm an IT worker, Vietnamese, early 40s, single, and had found myself in Krakow a few times last year through my company, visiting perhaps a week or two at most. My first time was very nice. Women were noticing me on the street, made some friends, and hanged out a lot the evenings. Yet, after my fourth visit I was feeling disappointed, especially with some of the women. They seemed so friendly and open at first but then turned sour. I wasn't so much attracted to them either, but felt we could at least be friends, and yet they didn't even show any interest in that. They like men with dark features, especially Latin men, but tanned Asians like myself will also attract some attention too. Krakow is a tourist city, however, and the women are clearly used to foreign men coming there often. Even the students will party with you, and don't have any issues getting a naive man to buy drinks for them. At a social gathering, a local Polish woman who's interested in you will typically position herself near you to start an interaction, casually moving into a full one-to-one conversation. Anyone who knows the game can even see it coming. She'll be very warm and friendly, and you'll probably get her number if you ask, with a fair chance of a date later on. But then she'll be completely different the next time you see her. She'll either test or show her true self. It varies, but expect her to be moody and/or cold. They can try to make you jealous, be disrespectful, or even start ignoring you. I decided to ignore them myself and didn't let it bother me. It's all about strength of character anyway. If you have game, you have a fair chance of sex with these women, but once you get to know them more, unless you're really stupid, you'll soon find out you're just one of many she's played with. In fact, many of these women know the game just as well as some of the players out there. Their preference is usually for short flings. They seem to only want the fun of getting attention, and if you impress her enough, she might like you enough to get into a relationship, but it will last perhaps a few months at best because she'll get bored and quickly move on to the next victim. And I really mean victim, because they generally don't care about you, especially once they've had their fun. You're discarded and they move on without any qualms. You can be expected to pay and provide other services as well during the period as well. It isn't just that behind the appearance of being warm and loving, she soon turns cold and sour, although they're good at hiding it with a gentle tone in their voices. Some aren't so subtle, you can even see them staring angrily at times, seething and resentful, and you will find yourself at the receiving end of it by just for being there. Some clearly want a serious relationship and will play you differently, often by being more reserved and ladylike. You'll find them cooperative and even helpful though, but for those girls, it's usually a fat wallet that'll really impress them. Speaking to local poly-SH men revealed more. They can be violent, abusive, and temperamental. None of my stories surprised them either. Actually, what I saw in some of these women was a cold ruthlessness in them, but they were actually quite stupid, as an intelligent and experienced man will see it a mile away, while a naive and stupid one will just get hurt, heartbroken and out of pocket. As an Asian, those who will seem interested in you are usually doing so because they see you as a novelty. A Polish woman at work ignored me at first, but then, by chance, I turned up wearing some traditional Asian clothes, and it caught her attention almost immediately. She soon became very friendly from then on as well. Don't get me wrong, some women who weren't really interested in me were friendly and respectful enough, and you can have a nice chat with them on a night out. I met one, and later found out that she was actually married, yet she was frequently going out and speaking to other men, sometimes quite late into the night. She might have been sleeping around, but my guess is that she just liked the attention from men more than anything else. On the plus side, these women are easy to read. It didn't take me long to realize what was going on around me, and how to spot the bad ones out. Their tactics didn't deviate much really. And it did cross my mind that perhaps when they were younger, a foreign man had came to Krakow, played and then dumped them, maybe even a few, and they had learned to play the game back at other men now. There's still some reasonably good women to be found in Krakow, but you really need time in the trenches there, to learn how to sort them out. Still, I would recommend Krakow for someone wanting to find an Asian male-white-female relationship, because an Asian man will get more attention and interaction there from white women there than compared to other parts of the world, especially Western Europe and American, but you must be careful. I visited a museum once and saw an AMWF couple with a baby. They seemed quite happy, even another AMWF couple holding hands walking down the street. It's a country where the local women sexually open to Asians. Even the Ukrainians living over there will be approachable. They can be cold at first, some will be analyzing you, making judgments over your character really, but can open up over time as soon as they realize you're not a jerk.